Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about an activity-specific heavy club exercise to add distance to your golf swing. This idea comes from watching a Bryson DeChambeau video that I saw on Instagram, where he's using a machine to help him pivot.
We train the full range of motion. We have the capability to train it. It's very difficult with any other system to train a full range of motion.
The problem with that is that those machines are very expensive and they are not available to everybody. Whereas clubs, even right now where they're less available, can be taken with you on the road and you can train everywhere without that super expensive piece of equipment. Clubs are cheap, those machines, even the cheap ones, are as much as 15 clubs. So you could train the same type of movement in the same types of ways with a real lever, something that costs less money, is more accessible, and can be done anywhere.
All right, Bryson just hit it 407 at 17. Here's 330 to carry the bunkers. He didn't even see the bunkers. 423.
The most important part about our golf swing is the lateral swing part. That's the entire golf swing. So we're gonna base this on our two-hand side-to-side swing, and we already have a video on that for that basic video. Go watch that video. This is the next video in that series. So we're gonna go from our general physical preparedness side-to-side swing into this more activity-specific preparedness exercise where we are going to move 1 foot at a time. For our general physical preparedness side-to-side swing, we're gonna point our feet straight ahead. We are gonna grab the club with two arms. We're gonna make sure our arms stay locked the entire time. We're gonna start with a little side swing here, and we're gonna build up. The goal is to get parallel to the ground on each side, with each hand high. So equal number of reps, equal number of sets, with each hand high on the club. The point of doing both sides equally is that we don't wanna over athletically prepare for one side and get overuse injuries by only going one direction. In your sport, you're only gonna rotate one direction. In your training, you have to train both sides equally to help you be prepared for injuries that could come. We're gonna take our side-to-side swing now, and we are going to pivot our rear leg 90 degrees in the direction we're going. This is not an exact copy of a golf swing. It is not supposed to be an exact copy of a golf swing. It is designed to be an athletic preparatory activity for a golf swing. We're gonna use a yoga block to get through this movement first. Two hands on the yoga block. We're gonna start with our side-to-side swing. Two elbows remain locked the entire time. Pivot from side to side, pivot from side to side. Now when we pivot one direction, as we come across the bottom point, we're gonna start to pivot our rear leg, and we're gonna point that leg in the direction we're gonna go. We're not gonna move our front leg for now. So, side swing, pivot. Back to neutral, side swing, pivot. Back to neutral, side swing, pivot. We're gonna have our right hand is our high hand on the club for now. Left hand is gonna be low. We're gonna get to our position. Both elbows for now, for this activity, are going to be locked. We're gonna start our side swing from side to side, sit into your rear leg, opposite the weight. Now, pivot the rear leg. Back to neutral, pivot the rear leg. Back to neutral, pivot the rear leg. Back to neutral, pivot the rear leg. Back to neutral. Now we're gonna demonstrate the other side because you'll be able to do both sides equally well. What you will notice is people are really good at pivoting one direction, usually whatever their dominant hand is for their sport, and they are absolutely terrible at going the other direction, which is fine for your sport but bad for life. Now we're gonna have our left hand closest to the tip of the club. Both arms still remain locked. We're gonna start with our side swing from side to side, and now we're gonna pivot our left leg. Left leg. Left leg. Left leg. The point of this activity is to loaded directly swing a lever in order to improve our core firing in our rotation. The better your core fires in this rotation, the better your golf swing can be. If you can't rotate, it's really hard to get more power out of that swing, so we're just gonna isolate that swing for now. We're gonna use the heavy club because we can control the weight individually. So if you're starting this and you've never done it before, you should be using a 10-pound club. And you would set up a program, do X amount of time on each side. This would be a time under tension swinging exercise, where you would do a minute one way, take a break, do a minute the other way, take a break. Evolve the complexity up over time and turn it into a very golf-specific program. So you start with a 10-pound club, you do the program, you repeat it with a 15, and you build up and up and up. As the weight gets heavier, you're gonna have to get more efficient at doing some type of rotation, connecting with your lat, but your pelvic floor is gonna fire all the way through this. As you weighted swing, your core is going to become adapted to a weighted swing. A golf club is relatively light. We're using a heavy weight to force us into better position so we become more efficient over time. This is a common man solution for getting more distance on your golf swing. Very simple, cheap equipment. All we need to do is have the technical idea of how to organize the program, and then this is a time under tension program which is available to anybody at any time. It can be done anywhere. Common man solution.